Welcome to our latest video where we bring you along on our 15-day road trip around Scotland's Isle of Mull. We show you the beautiful and exquisite parts of this island, which is part of Scotland's Inner Hebrides. As always, don't forget to subscribe, like and share.
Well, there it is, the Isle of Mull, our first view. And here we go, looks like it's going to be an okay exit, thank goodness.
That is sweet.
Oh yeah, baby, gently does it. Slowly, slowly. Woo, woo, woo. Welcome to Mull, we're here. We haven't got to go back to Oban. Woo, woo. Line car ferry.
When you're ready to leave the Isle of Mull, this is one of your options for departure. We're just going to check out whether it's even doable for Scooby. No, absolutely no way. No. Day 2, with the promise of some sparkly sunshine, we headed down to the secret gem of Loch Lommond, down what seemed like 8 miles of endless, very narrow roads, although what an amazing road it was. What a road that was. Rain stopped play for so much of August. Hello everybody! No rain today. Whoop, whoop. Well, not for a couple of hours anyway, so Loch Lommond off for a bit of an adventure. Let's see if we can show you what.
Otters, we're on the hunt for otters.
Probably not this time. It's more like let's find coffee. First off, the old post office tea room and larder. Look at that lovely little place. Aside of Loch Lomond's informal camping and the beautiful larder and cafe at the old post office, it has plenty more to offer, including the 15th century castle remains of Moy, the standing stones that date back to 3000 BC, and endless walks around this fabulous cove. And for £5 a night, this is where you can call home. After 2 days at Loch Lommond, we employed a get-up-early strategy to navigate this very narrow road. Now there are passing places, although they seem few and far between compared to the main roads, and our strategy worked a treat. Day 4 took us west, chasing the sunset, and with the promise of a heatwave hitting Scotland, we headed down to Fidden Farm, down at Fionfort and Iona.
Look what we've just found. Revolution. Absolutely brilliant.
And if buses can do it, we can do it.
The drive down the Ross of Mull to Fionfort was absolutely beautiful, and before we knew it, we'd arrived at Fidden Farm, and I tell you what, it really didn't disappoint. Those blue skies can mean only one thing. It was time for a little excursion. And that excursion was going to take us to Staffa Island and Fingal's Cave.
Three of them.
Oh my god!
Kenneth looking into Fingal's Cave. Fingal's Cave is 62.
What a trip that was. Dolphins everywhere. It was amazing. We are on Staffa Island with Staffa Tours, and this just behind us is Fingal's Cave. Wow, not only is the cave quite incredible, although actually coming on top of the island and just looking across, it's just wonderful. That's not a bad view, is it? Wowzers. 56 million years old, this piece of rock, created by volcanic activity way before I was born, and a bit more. And after the 3 weeks of almost solid storms that we've had all the way through August, this has been a real treat. Today is the day we head over to Iona on the ferry. £8.20 return for 2 people and 2 bikes. Not bad at all, just need the weather to be kind.
Most visitors to Iona come to this place, St Columba's 6th century abbey, which has got quite a special feel to it, as has the whole island. It's quite spiritual, although also quite touristy. After the joys of the Caribbean waters of Fidden Farm, we headed back on day 8 around the west coast, and started to experience the scenic coastal route. Oh my goodness, what a drive! It often reminded us of our trip around Iceland, although at least there's tarmac on these roads.
Anyone want to move? Anyone?
After a fabulous off-grid night with an incredible sunset, we just had a short journey around the loch and the other side of the bay. Home for tonight would be the Olva Community Air, ready for a bit of exploration the following day. The small island of Olva is well worth a visit. A short and very cheap £8 ferry will take you across to the island to explore to your heart's content. The island might be small, although it packs a punch when it comes to history. One of its most famous inhabitants was Lachlan Macquarie, who is better known as the father of Australia. Back in the day, the island used to be famous for its kelp industry, although these days the 16 inhabitants who now own the island pretty much have it all to themselves, except for the odd sea eagle. Day 10 took us on the last leg of this gorgeous coastal route up to Calgary Bay. Sadly, the workmen had other ideas.
So the lads are doing a bit of resurfacing. So we've got to take another road, which he says is fine for the motorhome. Uh-oh! Fingers crossed.
The mountain pass was certainly beautiful, although narrow doesn't even begin to describe this. And some of the hairpin bends were what we might call hairy.
This road is crazy.
We were due to go to Calgary Beach and stay overnight. Alas, with the roadworks and actually just the camping accessibility, it was a no-go for us. So off we headed up to a much better place overlooking De Vague. The road from De Vague to Tobermory is a little hairy with plenty of hairpin bends, although we had absolutely no problem with our 7.5 metre motorhome. Just take care, drive slowly and use your horn. Our 11th day took us over the mountains towards the very picturesque Tobermory. We had in our heads to see whether or not we could actually take the ferry from there back to the mainland, although we soon found our answer.
So we've come up to Tobermory to see whether we could get the ferry that goes across. I mean, just looking at that slope, I don't think there's any way that's going to happen for us. So, okay, back to Craigmuir and Oban then.
Not before we'd had a couple of days to explore this exquisite and quintessential town. Shame we didn't see it with high tide, although my goodness, it's so pretty. On our very last day, we headed the pretty way back from Tobermory up to Craigmuir with a little stop off at Salem. We'd found a campsite there with wall-to-wall coastal views, and with another visit from summer, I had the opportunity of getting out the paddleboard, swimming around with the seals. It was pretty special. And there we had it. 15 days later, we were back on the ferry to Oban. What a fantastic island Mull is. So full of diversity. The wildlife is absolutely magnificent and the landscape just so special. We really hope you've enjoyed our little tour around. Here's our little trip summary.
Smiley Miley here, reporting in on a beautiful Sunday morning as we leave the Isle of Mull. Very sad.
And what a beautiful island it is. We thought we'd do one of our little trip summaries because my God, this little pocket rocket deserves it. Whether you love geology, history, outdoor activities or wildlife, the Isle of Mull has it all.
Yes.
What are your highlights, Mr. Dates?
Well, the weather wasn't great, so I can't say that was one of my highlights, but the coastline, Fidden Farm?
Fidden Farm.
Fidden Farm with its beaches, that was lovely. Yeah, the quietness, the people are really friendly, and of course the famous award-winning sausage roll from Loch Lommond.
Oh yes, it's an absolute must. And for me, I think the trip out to Stafford, seeing the dolphins and Fingal's Cave was just amazing. And being able to get the paddleboard out, both at Fidden and also yesterday when we were at Salem Bay. And look, there we go, Duart's Castle in the background there. That's a pretty special place too.
Entrapment. No. What
Yes,
was the film?
it was Entrapment. Yeah.
Yeah. Sean Connery and Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Indeed. So, top tips for coming to the Isle of Man. Mr. D.
Fill up with petrol. There are petrol stations, but they're very small. Be patient on the roads. There's quite a lot of single track roads with passing places. You don't have to rush around the Isle of Mull. Take your time.
Absolutely.
And enjoy. Oh, bring a coat.
Bring a coat, definitely.
It does rain a bit.
Yeah. We covered about 200 miles over the course of 2 weeks. And just stay as long as you can. The roads are interesting. Loads of passing places on the single track. 95% of the island is passing, not passing places, single track roads. So do make sure that you pull in for the locals to pass and just take your time. It's so beautiful. There is everything you can possibly imagine here, from landscape to things that are going to interest you. You are going to love this place.
And make sure you go to Tobermory Distillery for a bottle of whiskey.
Got to be done. I hope you've loved joining us on this very special trip. It has been absolutely fantastic. We've loved every single second of it, especially because summer came to Scotland whilst we were here.
Just a couple of days, so who cares? It arrived.
Every day is special. So there we go. That is the motorhomers reporting in as we leave the Isle of Mull. Thanks for being with us.
See you later.